Hello and welcome to episode 137 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast. I'm your host, Chris Laverick, on episode 137. Well, got let down on interviews again. Hopefully we'll have some before the season ends. But otherwise, please enjoy your SBTS Fan Roundtable. All right, it gives me great pleasure to introduce episode 137 of the Sussex by the Sea podcast, Isthmian, PREM and South East, as we have the lovely Terry here as well, and maybe I might be joining the South East League soon. The Fan Roundtable, great to see all of you. We have the returning Terry from Margate, Rob from those Horsham fellows. We've also got Rob in the sky from Folkestone, who, luckily enough, you were playing today and you've got a game called off. Well done to come on as well for the roundtable.
Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, I'm glad the game's off, to be honest. It's just,
yeah. So
you had an awful.
Well, yeah, and I put money on you, but I gave you that curse. I put money on you. And of course, Mark from the absolute resurgent Whitehawk as well. Been cracking a few weeks for them as well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Good evening.
Right then. Well, we've not had Rob from Folkestone or Terry from Margate on for a while. Who wants to go first?
Go on, Terry.
It's comfortably playoff positions. I think Ramsgate are winning it finally this year.
Yeah, I can't see him ballsing it up this season. They can't. Not three goes in, like, you know. I
mean, it would be funny. Yeah, nine points clear in it. So, but you're lot very comfortably in those playoff spots. It must be great fun watching Margate.
Yeah, they're grinding them out. I mean, we've had 4 losses all season in the league. There was a couple recently that were just, we won't even go there. We're away. Croydon and Sittingbourne. Sittingbourne was just a disaster. What can
I quote you? Sittingbourne is a disaster, or Sittingbourne
was a disaster.
Yeah.
The game was not as it could have been. I don't criticise.
My daughter goes out with a bloke from Sittingbourne, so I can't say too much.
Yeah, let's not go there, shall we?
I'll get beaten. I'll just get beaten outside the slip. Go on anyway. Go on.
Yeah,
on,
so I say apart from those 2 games, we've done all right. We're doing well. We've got Ibs scoring goals again, so that's good. We like Ibrahim Olutade. He's doing really well. We've got the midfielders scoring goals as well, so we're getting there on that. Really good football being played. We had our keeper got red carded at, I think it was Croydon. So yeah, it was not very good. So we've had our sub keeper in for the last game. But he did really well. It was 3-2, so yeah, it's not bad. We had the BBC down on the last home game.
Oh, hang on. You had the BBC down.
Had the BBC down.
I've got to watch my tongue now. Right. What were they coming down for? What were they reporting on?
I don't know if you guys saw they did one at Sittingbourne with the sombrero guy.
Who? The sombrero guy? What are you on about?
Yeah, there's a guy who wears a sombrero. He weren't there when we played him, but yeah, they're just going. BBC South East are going around like South East non-league clubs and sort of getting an in-depth view of what non-league is about, you know, and they're like promoting non-league as
the Ponzi clubs, the ones with money like Margate and Ramsgate and all that. And Whitehawk.
They ain't going to go Hastings, are they?
I know. No chance, mate.
Gosh,
the game will get called off. The game would be on, mate. More games called off than Concord.
It'd just be on the comedy channel, wouldn't it, if they went down there? It wouldn't be on the BBC.
Oh, I tell you, I hate those words, mate. You never know. Believe, that's all I'm going to say. Sorry, Terry, carry on.
Yeah. So these guys came down and they've sort of like, they want to sort of promote what it's like going to non-league teams, you know. I think they're sort of getting it in. It's like the volunteers and what keeps a non-league club going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they came down.
So they filmed that. When's that coming out? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know yet, but I'll drop you a line so you can watch BBC South East.
Well, yeah.
They tried to attach a GoPro to my drumsticks. That didn't work very well.
I forget you're on the drum as well as screaming.
Yeah. Okay. Multitasking.
What's the crowd like now? Because obviously, I remember a few years back when things weren't as great at Margate. You did struggle to get a few singing with you. What's it like now? They, because a few wins, a lot of these.
Yeah, no,
weathers appear.
No, a lot of the guys. When we're at home, they all stay down the bar end. So obviously, usually first half, I'm down the other end doing my usual. And then second half, that's when we get more of the choir going, like,
Okay.
Yeah, so we get a bit more singing in the second half, like, but yeah, no, they're pretty good. They come on, Terry give us a bang, like.
Well, I
Go,
don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. What do we say?
that's the most polite one they
Yeah.
can come up with. I'm not even going to go there with some of the
Unbelievable.
other things they come out with.
I thought they were posher in Margate. The
Yeah, we're
Commoners
down from London, ain't we?
Yeah, London.
Ban it.
Yeah. So who you got Saturday?
We're away to Eastbourne.
Town. Is that the one with the money? Is that
God knows, it's not
that's
Borough. I know that.
I'm trying to think because I know Gino, who's the owner of one of those, and he's an absolute legend. That bloke. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. So you.
It's a new one anyway. So yeah, I'll get down there and buy me a badge and introduce their keeper to the delights of my dulcet tones.
But they're nice little grounds. United Town, Borough. They're all pretty good facilities there. So.
Yeah, I'll say some of the places we've been to have been a little bit, oh my God, but I think some of the lot that complain about how bad Hartsdown Park is want to go to some of the away games that we've done this season and gone, maybe it's not quite so bad. So it's eye-opening.
3 points at Eastbourne then?
I don't know. They're mid-table, aren't they? So we'll see. I mean, we're playing good football at the moment. We've been unlucky, not putting away as many as we should. And Ben's always said that, after we get like the interviews and that, and he's like, look, we've got the potential. It's just making the most of like the effort that we're putting in, So yeah, I mean, there's some good football being played. We've got not just the strikers doing the goals. So I'll say Ibs is our top scorer, and he's a really good lad. Game on Saturday, I made eye contact with him, nodded, and went, "Go on, you've got this," and he scored. So
did he shout at you, Terry, give us a bang?
No, you see, the players are polite.
Oh, okay.
So the guys behind me, some of the things I come out with, it's like, oh, yeah, all right.
Well, you have got a stick. You wallop them with it.
I do threaten, yes. I am. I gesture as to where I will be sticking it, and they tend to sort of like calm down a little bit. But no, we're playing some good football at the moment. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, we've got hopes. We've got hopes.
Good to hear. Right, I'm going to go to Mark because I know you need to get away, didn't you, Mark?
Well, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah. So, Mark, Whitehawk. Talk to me about Whitehawk.
Yeah. So I think last time we spoke, we had Dover coming up, so we went down to lovely Dover. It's a nice area, to be fair. Quite posh. Not like
don't get triggered now, Rob.
Not like the council estate we used to around here. You know what I mean? But no.
How'd you cope with that hill?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that hill's just ridiculous. There's no need for that, is there? Yeah. But yeah, we had a really good result down there, 1-2-0. I think we probably should have been about maybe 3 or 4 up at half time. But the keepers pulled off a couple of really good saves. Harry Bridle scored again.
That's your loan player, isn't it? Is that your loan player? Yeah.
Yeah, we got him on loan from Gillingham. He's only 18, but yeah, he scored and then should have had a second. There was 1-1 with the keeper, hit it straight home. But the Dover game, we lost our whole central midfield. 4 out of 5 substitutions were forced, and we had strikers playing holding. Do you know what I mean? Holding role and wingers and just number 10s playing centre mid. We had no one really up top. So yeah, the second half against Dover, it was just backs against the wall type job for 45, and then obviously they pushed everyone forward. We lumped the ball forward, and then Billy Clark got onto it and scored. Hit off the keeper, and it rebounded nicely to him, to be fair. But yeah, and then there's a nice photo that made the Argus of me holding him up like a baby on a billboard.
Yeah, good photo that, mate.
Yeah, so that was a good result. Dover fans were quite weirdly bitter. I don't know what was wrong with them on the day.
That's why.
Yeah, all miserable old men just walking past, going, "Wow, we're losing to this shit." Like that. But
hang on, that's music. Let's say that again. Say that again to Rob.
I was like, it's laughable, really. When they're sitting where they're sitting in the league and where we are.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? Like, it's their team, really. Their back line was a bit, but they're still where they are in the league for a reason, aren't they? So they're still good side. But their manager said after the game that they could have been there all night and he don't reckon they would have scored. But I think that's more, to be honest, obviously that could have been the case, but I think it was more to do with our performance and our work rate and everyone just sort of fighting for the cause on the day more so than Dover being really poor. I think that's just the excuse, really. But yeah, good result there. And then we beat John's Canvey on the weekend, 4-0. Harry Bridle again got his first hat-trick for the club. Just looks like a kid with bundles of energy, just picks the ball up and wants to attack at the back line and just creates problems, wins penalties, scores goals, all types of goals as well for an 18-year-old. We've got him for the rest of the season, but I can see him going up the league quite quickly, to be fair. He looks like a player. It's hard to get good players scoring on a consistent basis, I think, in this league. You might see a player that scores maybe 2 or 3 games in a row, but you don't see him consistently scoring like 4, 5, 6 or whatever. And that's what he's doing, and he's scoring 2 or 3 a game. So, yeah, it's all looking positive. We're form-wise, looking good.
When's the statue of Sean going up then?
I don't know, mate. After this, sometimes the club can't even get a bus put on for the players to away games, so I don't think they're going to get the stats for it anytime soon. But no, it's all quite rosy in the Whitehall camp, I would say. We've got Wingate away on Saturday, and that could be a sticky one. But obviously, if we keep playing the way we are, then they're in good form as well. To be fair to them, but yeah, I'm always confident going into each game. As I say all the time, you never know what will happen in this league, so I'm always confident each game. So yeah, very happy at the minute. Very happy.
Very happy. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll get my little bit out first because obviously I'm not happy. Well, I am happy. You know what I mean? But it's not going so well at Hastings. Where the only game we've had which is a Dulwich game. Dulwich bang average side. We were all right against them. When it's just like it was a must-win game really. I mean, we've got a point out of it. It's nice to break up the 8 or 9 defeats in a row we've had. Can't believe I'm saying that, but that is the way the season's gone. Both sides could have won the game. Sort of lower to bottom half football, it weren't pretty to watch. Things going on at the club. We've got players leaving. I'll give you an example. Was a player called Jack Dixon. Jack Dixon that you had at Whitehawk. He wanted to get time away from the game, he said, but also he wanted a new challenge. The next Saturday he's playing at Ashford. Tommy Fagg, he was been out injured for a few months. Very injury prone player, 6 to 8 weeks out. Apparently, he was saying he is. And then there was this big fanfare that he's doing a favour for the club. He's going to let his contract go so that we can bring someone else in. And then Saturday, he signed for Faversham. Came Penn, another one who, I think he's fell out with the manager. The manager, I think, Danny's he's really trying to instill a bit of discipline in this side and, who's the fighters and who's the ones that need to just go. And I think Kane falls out with managers. I like Kane Penn. I think he's a good player, but he traps off and he's not happy if he's not playing, and he was on the bench, so he's gone to Ashford now, I think. So yeah, it's got a couple of players in. Actually, I've got honourable mention. We got someone in. We had one of the signings, Siabonga Legenza, sort of a wide player. Excellent, tireless worker. Really got the right someone you need in the side that's struggling. Been really good. Excellent signing from Danny, and let's hope he's turning things around slowly. It might be too late. I think probably everyone else thinks it's too late. Anyone else who's at other clubs, but Canvey are absolutely sinking like a stone. We got them twice. You never know. I mean, it's going to be a hard ask, but we got Cray Valley Paper Mills there. It's if it was the other Cray, I'd be really worried. But you never know. We might be able to get something against them. It is what it is. It's just FA Cup finals every game for us, and it's exciting. It's not the sort of exciting I wanted, but it's you've just got to get there. This is the most important time. If you're a supporter, this is when you need to be supporting your team. It's all well and good going when things are easy, but as we've seen at Hastings, as you see at other clubs, there's a ton of people that fair weather. This is the time because, with those real downs, the ups are sweeter. Like when things go right, when you've been there when it's been dog shit, and there has been quite a number of dog shit games this season. But anyway, yeah. So this Saturday we've got them. I'm praying to every god there is this Saturday. So I will be a variety of religions. I might go as a monk or something, or Hare Krishna. Do they have a god, the Hare Krishnas?
Krishna?
It's a cow, isn't it?
Right, that's it, mate. Moo Moo Lands, isn't it? Moo Moo Lands, yeah. Yeah, so I'll be praying to Moo Moo Land and whatever else is going on. But yeah, it is what it is. It's in our hands, sort of. If we can, there's teams down there that Hendon. So we've got Hendon, we've got Canby twice. So that's 9 points that we could potentially get or lose, and that will decide it. But yeah. It's it's not even squeaky. It's beyond squeaky bum time. It's yeah. Anyway, moving on. Rob from Folkestone. So Rob, I backed your team this season for an each way, and my curse has bocked your season the whole year. So talk to me about Folkestone.
Yeah. Well, disappointing, mate. I'd say not. We lose. We win as many as we lose. We're such a streaky team, and often there's been loads of games which haven't turned up, and we dropped points when you didn't think we would. It's been shown to have defensive frailties in the team. I think the back line's looking a bit old. Not mentioning any names because a couple of the lads I really like there. I think they're knocking on a bit. I think the manager knows that. I think he's under a bit of pressure now. Just because we're not having it's not a terrible season. We're not having a terrible season. But we're just streaky and we just can't find any form. And yeah, it has been disappointing. And I think we shipped 5 at hashtag. We're just massively inconsistent. And God knows if the game would have gone ahead tonight, I would have. You don't know what's going to happen, but I sort of wouldn't fancy us to get out of it. I don't know why. I think the whole thing's just been a bit pessimistic at the minute, but not in the same way that you guys have had that Sky. I'm not moaning. I know the football's like that. And that's how it is. I accept that, and that's fine. I think the ownership, the people who have the club, and they're, as far as I can see, doing a really good job of it. They've invested a lot of money in the bar and all sorts of bits around the ground, and we're getting a plastic pitch in the summer, so we won't be having these postponements next year. Well, this is what we've been told, so that should be happening this summer. I think they expect more from where we are at the minute because we are just so unreliable. And to be fair, when he wants a player, he's had the options to go out and get them. We've got Yusuf back at the club. We've had loads of players come and go, good players this season. And it's not like he's working on a shoestring budget. So it has been disappointing from that point of view. I'm saying that, you think to yourself, I do really like this league. I'm desperate. It's not like anyone's desperate to get out of it. It'd be nice to have a chance to go up because we've never done it. But this is a good league, and this is a great league for supporters because it's not over stewarded for the most part. You can have a beer on the terraces. You don't get harassed. It's a bit cheaper than the league above as well. There's less travelling, obviously, because you ain't got the Southwest. And so you sort of think it's a double-edged sword. You think if we ever had a good season and we went up, like teams have done before, like Chesham or whatever, you go up and you face a much tougher opposition, but it's maybe not as good as experience as this league. And on top of that, it looks like our mates down the road I just don't think they're going to go up. So that's you want to stay in this league if they're going to be
exactly
that's what it's all about. So and next season we might get them on a Saturday or something like that. I'm hoping to God they don't go up. I absolutely hope for all sorts of reasons. But one of the reasons is they don't go up and we get to play them next. We had two really, there were two properly brilliant games. Oh, it was so good, so good. And I'm hoping they go up. So it's been a bit disappointing. We've got loads of points, and people are feeling a bit pessimistic and like the season's going to fade out. In 2 months' time, the season's all going to be done, isn't it? So sort of close to the end of April, it's all done. So we've got. I think it's sort of done for us. I don't think there's any chance to get us in the playoffs now. I think that's totally gone. We've probably gone a couple of weeks ago, if I'm honest.
You'd have to go on a mega run, wouldn't you? You'd have to go on a mega run.
Man. Oh yeah, it would have to be it's not going to happen, mate. So I'd say don't empty the recycle box with the email that says the bet on it, but don't delete it fully. Just keep it there. But it's on its way out, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I've given up on that bet about 2 months ago, mate. Don't worry.
What?
Well,
okay.
Talking about going up, Let's talk to Rob from Horsham. The great form, absolutely cracking form, and cemented in those playoff places. And you never know, there's a few that are wobbling there. So it must be a very happy time to be a Lardy boy, Rob.
Yeah, no, it's all this complaining. I can't really. Seems like week in, week out, I come on here and I'm like, oh, we're not too bad to be fair. But no, I think Rob from Folkestone's probably Dover are beginning to. I'd be surprised if they make the playoffs. If I'm being honest, if I'd put money on it now, I think car short and hashtag. I think they're dropping. So, but yeah, no, I think you look at it. I think last time we were on, we had Chatham. We drew 1-1. We were awful at home. And you had some murmurings around the ground going, oh, this, pressure and everything. But you're allowed a bad game when you've gone unbeaten, 1 in 12 or 13 it was at the time. You can have these games. I think, not every if you look at it now, it's 1 of 3, if you're being honest, Billericay, Dartford or us to go up. And we're not going to all win our games from now between now and the end of the season. So yeah, it's that old cliche of squeaky bum time for all of us. And obviously we then had Cray Valley Paper Mills. And I think that was key for us, I think, to win that. It should have been, we were 2-0 at half time, should have been 3 just before half time. And then they came back and Ola was ripping them apart down their left. And they figured out how to sort that out and nullified us. And the second half was just, I think we were guessing the attendances halfway through the second half, to be honest, with the other games. It was, they then took scored late on and then you think, oh, here we go. But to hang on to that, I think that just knocks another team further away. And I think that's the key at the moment. And then obviously on to Saturday, we've got Dartford away. That's just, I think there's been chat around the club, especially with fans in recent times. Forget when we were in the county, when we had no ground or, homeless for 11 years. I think this is going to be our biggest league game to date. I think if we can go there and do something, put a cat amongst the pigeons, and just see what happens. We're going to take a big away following. I feel like there's a couple of coaches sold out. I'm going up by the train. So yeah, we'll just back the boys and hopefully we can do something. We are, big games. We've had that experience in the cup and it is what it is at the moment. I think Dom's, our manager, is very much one game at a time and you can see that. Yeah. And we're getting opportunity to rest players and players coming in and we're just looking solid. That's what we are. I think
no
this
injuries.
game,
no
injuries as such. No.
Yeah.
That's played a massive part. And even like I said, I think I've said this on numerous occasions on the podcast, that even when we have had injuries, the players that are coming in, unlike the last few seasons, are that next step above. They could be starting in most teams in our division. We're just below top goal scorers with Billericay by 1 goal. And we haven't got an out-and-out goal scorer, so it's been spread around the team. No, we're looking good. There's nothing really. I can't sit here and go, oh no, we can't really moan much, to be honest. But we'll see. Like I say, this game's at the weekend's monumental. And it's just, I was saying that although we were poor against Chatham, but it was just nice going to a game, when there's something on it towards this end of the season. We've still got the Sussex Senior Cup semi-final to come in a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's all looking good. And hopefully we can do something this Saturday, but it's going to be tough, but it looks like 1 of 3 and we'll see, But the surprise at the weekend was Dartford getting beat 3-0 away at Chesson. That was a shocker, to be honest. Everyone was happy with that, but then I was like, well, we've got to go to Chesson ourselves. So it is what it is. It's going to be a fun time to support. It's going to be nervy, I think, but just got to enjoy it and have a good laugh, really. So, but no, it'd be interesting to see who else makes it. And if you don't go up automatically, like I keep saying, I think this game is just as important to finish second because we want that. If we're not going up automatically and winning the division, we want to go second because I don't think many teams will fancy coming to us in the playoff and we'll have a sellout 3,000, I'd imagine. And then if you win that, obviously the finals at your place. So that game, this game at the weekend for against Dartford is not necessarily the title one. It's to, try and get second if you don't go for the top. So we'll see what happens. But it should be a good day out, especially this Saturday.
Well, when Hastings go on our mega run to stay up, we've got Billericay at home, so we'll sort them out for you, mate. So.
Oh yeah. Well, this league, you wouldn't be surprised if you go around and you turn them over. It's no one was expecting Chesson to beat Dartford 3-0. It's just
absolutely
not all the teams are going to win. I think we're going to slip up. Other teams will slip up. It's just who doesn't. I think Billericay's running is quite favourable. I think once they got Carshalton out of the way of the weekend, I think they've got some teams in the lower half, but you just don't know how these games turn out. They're all coupon busters at the end of the day in our league. So, we'll I don't think there'll be many Horsham fans cheering Hastings on, but if you're playing Billericay, I imagine there will be. So, yeah. Do us a favour.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it involves us staying up, then I think most
Yeah.
Hastings fans would be happy
That's
to help you out.
it is. I think I'm just looking at the bottom at the moment. I think there's going to be like, those games you're talking about, those 3 games, especially 2 against Canby. They're going to have to be wins now, aren't they, for you? And
oh god, yeah.
Down but it is just amazing. You look at Dulwich are down there. Chatham, how much money have Chatham?
Exactly. Chatham have loads of cash, and you just think, how do you survive? I don't know. There's so many clubs where I think, how are you spending that much money? Keep going, but
it will eventually come back to bite them. I think there's I think Lewis started at the top and now they're sitting 13th. Wingate last season, and they look like they're going to sort of do it again this season, but they've dropped away. So I think you probably look at the top half. I think the top 3 would be probably most people's prediction. Dover, I think, were the ones that I thought would run away with it midway through the season. But for whatever reason, they've just. It looks like when they. I know. Rob's never had a big smile.
I'm with Rob on this one. Can't stand bloody Dover.
Yeah, it was nice to turn them over on New Year's Day, I must admit. But once you score against them, they sort of drop their heads by the looks of it. They just sort of. I don't know what's going on, but it was quite fun to see.
Well, I don't know if have we got Dover? I'm sure we have. Yeah, we got second from last game of the season at Dover. Yeah, that could be one or the other. That could be we're already down and we get beat by about 8 goals, or a famous victory and
just do it.
Celebrate on the pitch. Celebrate on the pitch. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Hey, Rob, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Celebrate on the pitch, staying up at Dover.
Streaking. I want to see you streaking. If you stay up at Dover,
I'll be. There will be some parts of me naked, definitely, if we stay up, mate, I tell you.
Make sure somebody gets that on the
camera. Yeah. Oh God.
They'll just be shocked to see 5 toes, mate.
But right then. Well, I'll tell you what. I think on that we leave it. But no, thanks very much for all of your contributions. Terry from Margate, Rob from Folkestone, and Rob from Horsham, and of course Mark from Whitehawk, but he buggered off because I don't know. But take care. See you at the game. Good luck on Saturday, all of you.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Cheers.
That's it for this episode, SBTS fans. If you want to get in contact with this podcast, please email us on sbtspod@gmail.com. The Twitter, which is SBTSpod. Otherwise, go to the YouTube. Over 4 years of content on there. There's so many other ways to listen. However you get your podcast, we're on all platforms. Or go to the link tree, which is SBTS Podcast, and subscribe. It's all free. Remember, get yourselves to a game and support local football, whoever and wherever you're watching. And apart from that, see you at the game.